Well, that title is not incorrect, lads. Once again, I've made it to Season 5 Officer Progression missions in a very short amount of time. Um, this season was actually a little longer than Season 4, which I did do, but unfortunately was not able to cover due to me being able to move out. I didn't really have enough, enough time to record a video because I was busy doing all my stuff. But just like Season 3, when I did that, pretty simple, pretty quickly. But, I did it again for Season 5. And lads, this season is a little more difficult than the other seasons due to some of the challenges just being downright annoying. But unlike Season 3, where Claymores weren't unable to be recorded, this challenge is all these challenges work as of right now. It could just be like Season 4, where halfway through the season, some of these challenges stopped working for some reason. I don't know why. I was already done by the time some of them were glitched out. But nevertheless, here we are on Season 5. So I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna try to make this video a lot shorter than 45 minutes. I know a lot of you guys didn't have enough time to really watch that kind of video, and I know that length is kind of off-putting for some people. So I'm just gonna keep it brief and quick. Launcher kills: get 15 kills using rocket launchers. These are I forgot to mention this. I'm gonna categorize these missions on passive and strategic. What this means is that the first passive is just things you're gonna do as you do these missions, and strategic is where you're gonna have to put a little more time into these specifically. Launcher kills is a passive one. You don't need to focus on this right now. It's just put a launcher just a secondary, maybe put on an RPG, and just go into town. My recommended game modes would probably be hardcore, just because a lot of people don't seem to run EOD, or when they do, it doesn't really work as well as it should, and the splash damage is a lot bigger. Ghost, get 300 kills with the Ghost perk, put the Ghost on, and it's passive again. Just put it on and just keep going. Armor plate shopper. Now this is another thing too. I forgot to mention. There are a lot more Warzone missions in this. Well, halfway through, some of these aren't Warzone anymore, but in the first 4 sections, it's a lot of Warzone ones. I don't like this because personally, I'm not a big fan of Warzone. A lot of people are. I just don't like playing Warzone on my own. But this is actually a very difficult one. You gotta purchase the armor plate box 30 times. This is a focus mission oriented, strategic. You actually have to manage your money. Right now there is a game mode, solo royale, where it's like, you gotta buy yourself back 45. You start off with $45,000, and I think the money on the floor is a lot more rewarding, or a lot more giving. It could be wrong, but I did this one in solo pretty quickly. Trophy system. Deploy the trophy system field, upgrade 7 times. This is another passive one-ish. You could put it into the strategic category because you do got to put it on your specialist. But if you're playing hardcore, keep in mind that you do, this is super fast. You just deploy it, forget about it. Or you can just play the game mode. Like I said, passive, strategic. UAV, passive. Just call in the UAV 40 times. Super simple. If you really need help with this, which you really shouldn't, just put on that kill streak. That reduces the kill streak by 1 to make it 3 instead of 4. Or put on Point Man. Point Man makes it super quickly. Revive in Warzone. Revive a teammate 7 times from using the kiosk. Unless you're playing with really good players, this is not going to happen very often. So you're going to have to play with really shitty players. My recommendation would actually be to jump with a bunch of randoms and hope to God that they're really bad, so they die over and over and over again, especially in the gulag. 0 to hero, 30 kills with 0 attachments. This is a strategic one, just because of the fact that 0 attachments is actually very difficult on core. However, in hardcore, it's very passive. You just get kills, that's it. My recommendations would probably be a game mode that's really long, like Hardpoint. Domination would be another great one. 10v10 hardcore is another great example. 3 to play, 300 kills with 3 attachments. Strategic, because again, 3 attachments, you got to keep that in mind. Don't put a new one. But again, it's very, very straightforward. This is another one, Warzone. Purchase 25 kill streaks. Pretty simple. UAV is probably going to be the one you're going to buy the most when you play Warzone, if you play it seriously, or if you're like me, who doesn't give a fuck about Warzone. You just jump in there, grab a shit ton of cash, and get the cheapest one, which I think is a cluster strike for 3,000. Super simple. Armor plates. Use 10 armor plates. Passive. Super easy. You're going to be doing it a lot anyways. Get 275 kills with shotguns. Strategic but passive. Shotguns are just annoying as fuck to use in core. In hardcore, super simple. Whatever shotgun you want, put an extended barrel on it, and you're just going to be racking the kills like it's nothing. Gulag Brawler. Win your Gulag matches 4 times. I'm really good at the Gulag. Just because I don't like Warzone, it doesn't mean I'm not good at it. I'm really good at it. I got it like a 2.35 KD. Not to brag or anything. But, nevertheless, my recommendation would probably be take it slow in the Gulag. know what kind of gun you're using and try to think of a way to surprise your enemy rather than just go straight in right into the middle, because chances are the kind of weapon will dictate the kind of battle. If it's a shotgun, you want to take it a little slower, ADS before every corner. If it's a pistol, slide everywhere, because a lot of people have issues with aiming down sights. I personally just hip fire with my pistols and hit every shot. Loadout retriever, collect your loadout twice. It's super easy calling a loadout. If you're playing with friends, this will happen naturally, or they drop randomly. It's a passive one. 50 players with their own weapons. So just kill a player. Well, not with their own weapons, but that's the way I did it and the way I thought about it. I killed a player, picked up their guns, and started killing other people with it. The reason why I don't recommend you picking up weapons off the ground in general is because you don't know if it's a teammate's weapon or an enemy's weapon. So that's why I prefer to kill the player and then pick up the weapon. Warzone Performer, 30% 2 times, depending on the kind of game mode you're playing, will dictate the kind of percentage. Just survive. Honestly, this is just a survival one. It really is not that difficult to get to the top 30%. It'll happen passively. You'll be fine. Play with friends just in case if you struggle with Warzone. 5 headshots with assault rifles, pretty straightforward. The AN-94 is a really good headshot machine, so I recommend using that. But if you have a personal assault rifle, go ahead and use it. Pistol kills, get 40 headshots using pistols. Pretty simple. I'd rather play hardcore when it comes to this one and use the Renetti. Renetti is super strong just because of the fact that it has no recoil. Yeah, it gets a couple hit markers here and there, but it's super strong with no recoil and headshots. Especially if you put on that extended barrel, the MK1, I think, you'll get this done pretty quickly. Gas mask, surviving the gas for 45 seconds. It's not consecutive, so you don't gotta worry about consecutive seconds. It's just, you gotta survive for a total amount of 45 seconds. So you can get a gas mask, go in there, let it deplete all your shields and halfway through your health, then step out of the gas, pick up another gas mask, replay, and then, do all that stuff again and over. You'll get this challenge pretty quickly. In Warzone, survive without being down for 15 minutes, super passive. And again, it's not consecutive. This is just a thing that happens naturally, but if you really want my suggestion, just play Warzone in a way you would play really slowly and really passively, really strategically. Try and keep your head down, get a shit ton of armor, a shit ton of UAVs, just stay out of the way where most traffic you would think would be, and if you see an enemy, take the shot if you think you're gonna kill him. All that Warzone bullshit. Sniper kills, 200 marksman or sniper kills. I recommend using marksman rifles just because the SKS is a semi-automatic beast of a machine in core and hardcore. Should get you to 200 kills, or you can quick scope. We'll get to that in a minute though. Got 2 headshots within 60 seconds of each other 15 times. It sounds difficult, but trust me, it's not. It's super easy. The way I did it personally is I had a pistol, and I just headshotted people that were really close to me. Or you can use just whatever gun you want. Honestly, this is just a passive one, and just use whatever gun you want. You'll get headshots. 60 seconds is a minute. Trust me, a minute in this game is long as fuck. So don't worry about the timer. You'll be fine. Downtown contracts, pretty easy. Play with a friend. Finish your scavenger would probably be the contract I would go for if it isn't downtown. And recon is another good one. Try and stay away from the ones that are like really tough to complete sometimes, like the bounties and the what's that other one called? The one most wanted. Quad killer, get quad 5 quad feeds. So this is a tricky one. This is definitely a strategic one, and depending on how good you are at the game will depend just how quickly this is done. And since at this current juncture of a moment, there is no shipment or rust, so it's gonna be a little more time consuming. This does, however, work with kill streaks. Let's say if you use a chopper gunner or a Pavlo or something that just gets a lot of kills in a short amount of time, you can actually get a quad feed with it, and it does count. Other than that, if you do by some miracle get shipment like I did and get it on hardcore like I did, this will be a breeze. 15, get 15 hipfire kills, super easy stuff. Grab your favorite hipfire weapon, just go to town. My favorite is the dual Renettis with single fire. Those things destroy people. Warzone, pick up 7 weapons. Passive, you guys know what to do. One shot kills, hardcore. Any weapon that's the one shot potential, like a foul, probably, yeah, like a foul. Streaker, calling 40 kill streaks. This can be both Warzone and multiplayer. All of these challenges that have a basic description like this does count for both game modes. So calling 40 kill streaks is super simple. Just call in your UAVs, personal radars, all that shit, and use the perk that reduces the need to call those perks and just by one. Super easy stuff. Ammo box shopper, munitions box is $5,000, and you only gotta do this 10 times. So it's super simple. Once you get enough money, if you're struggling with money, play with friends, have them drop some money for you, and this challenge is a breeze. I did help my friend do this one with him, so it's a breeze if you got a friend. If you don't, save as much money as possible, kill as many players that have a lot of money as possible, and just you'll be fine. If you are wondering, this does not work on Plunder though. Just keep that in mind. This does not work on Plunder, just because some of these challenges don't actually have the ability to be purchased in Plunder, which sucks. Munitions box. Call it 50 times. This could be done in multiplayer and Warzone while you're doing this one. Ammo box shopper as well. In multiplayer, just put on quick fix. I think, yeah, quick fix, and it should just rack in immediately over and over and over. Pummeler, 15 melee kills. This does work with just guns in general, but you can use melee weapons as well. And if you really want, you can use the riot shield. I recommend playing core for the, for like a melee weapon like a knife or your gun in general. And if you're gonna use the riot shield, I mean core and hardcore work both, but I'd rather use a knife for this one. Remote flavor, kill 5 enemies using kill streaks. Pretty simple stuff. Just use like a chopper gunner, a pavelo, a harrier. Should be done pretty easily. That little tank kill streak as well. I forget what it's called, but Cerberus from Black Ops 3. Mercenary, complete 30 contracts. I'm sorry. So this is actually a polar opposite of the downtown one where you have to start. These are where you have to complete them. You can't just start one and it'll count. You have to complete it throughout. So try and do super easy ones that don't take a lot of time or a lot of effort. The way I did this one, because I had to buy munitions box and armor box at the same time, I did the one where you have to go to a certain buy station at a certain amount of time. That way I got a lot of money while I went to the buy station, and they gave me a discount. So you can see where this is going. 2 to tango, 270 kills with 2 weapon attachments. This is strategic as well, but it could be passive if you're really good at the game. 2 weapons, 2 attachments is pretty good on hardcore. If you want, you can play core too, but I play hardcore a lot more. It's just a lot better for me. Drive vehicles for 3 minutes, non-consecutive. Don't worry, this is just drive for 3 minutes. It's just like the 15 minutes one for survival. It's doable in 3 minutes if you just drive around in circles or around the map or in a helicopter. It's doable. You'll get this one completed. 150 kills using SMGs. Pretty simple stuff. A lot of people do use SMGs, so you should be familiar with how to use an SMG. Hit fire for days, son. Smoke detectors. Kill 35 enemies while near smoke. That does not mean that the enemy has to be near the smoke. Throw smoke down on yourself. Get something like a night vision or like a thermal, and then just kill everybody. The map that I did do this on perfectly was on that new map, Soldal Harbor. There's this one choke point that is just the middle section of the map where there's a bunch of boxes and like a hallway. I show you gameplay of this, but I'm just like, I can't fucking do gameplays and do this at the same time. I'm not that advanced in editing, I'm sorry, but you'll know what I'm talking about. It's got like these little boxes and like that tiny ass hallway. Throw down smoke on yourself behind a box and head glitch that box with a thermal, and you'll kill everybody that comes through that section. And a lot of people will come through that section because it's a choke point. It's the only way to go from point A to point B on certain game modes, and hardcore domination will probably be the best, but hardpoint is pretty good too. Finisher, execute 2 finishing moves. This is pretty easy. Stun grenades and riot shield if you're having difficulties. Just stun an enemy that's by himself, riot shield up to him, and then just hold the right trigger on controller, and I think it's the left trigger on the mouse, or the left click on the mouse. I'm sorry, mouses don't have triggers. Quick scope kills. This is what I was talking about with the sniper and marksman rifles. Quick scoping is a lot more lenient in this challenge. It's not like phase quick scope where it's like 0.5 seconds. You can actually like hard scope a little bit, and it will count as long as you don't hard scope for like 30 seconds straight. It's not like you aim down sights, wait a couple seconds, and then remove your sights. That will count. Just don't get too cocky with it. Otherwise, if you're doing these challenges, you probably know how to hard scope because you're doing these challenges. Not a lot of casual players will do this, such as myself. Dead Silence 25 times. If you're a good player like me, you always use Dead Silence, so this should be a breeze. Dead Silence is the best perk right now. As a, well, it's not a perk, it's a field upgrade, but you know what I mean. Gulag. So this is actually a very confusing one because there's no spot in the map called the Gulag. The contracts in the Gulag area is the prison. It's the prison all the way in the bottom left corner of the map. And the Gulag is all, like, if you go through the main gate where the bridge is and you turn either left or right in the big ass freaking tunnels, it'll show you, you go eventually down to a prison cell back in, that was in Modern Warfare 2's mission where you found Captain Price. Just go all the way down to the bottom, and should, like, on the third bottom level, if you go into the shower room, you'll find the Gulag. It's pretty simple stuff, but I'm pretty sure you just have to start it in the prison area itself, not in the Gulag. I did it on the Gulag just because I was scared of it not tracking, but it should be on the prison itself. Headshots, kills using shotguns, it should be passive. Play hardcore. I had troubles with this because for some reason fucking shotguns just love to not hit headshots when you're aiming in the head because of the pellets. So just keep that in mind. Put on a sight on the weapons if you're having troubles. That's what I did. I put a sight on my shotguns, and I was getting headshots for days. Secondary weapon kills. You don't have to use a pistol or a rocket for this. You can just run overkill and put on whatever gun you want, and it will count. Recon drone, mark 7 enemies, passive, just grab your recon, and anytime it fills up, you just put it up. It should be done in one match if you're really good with the recon drone and people aren't running cold-blooded. Assault rifles, this is a passive one. Most people run the M4, so you should be able to get this really quickly. Assister, get 25 assists. This is a trick one. This is a passive one. It'll happen naturally, so don't worry about it. If you're having troubles with it, play core, shoot someone once and run away like a bitch, wait for your teammates to kill them, and you should have it. Stim, recover 500 health by using the Stim Tactical. Pretty passive. Don't worry, 500 health is not much. Thrust, if you really need this to be done real quickly, grab a Thermite, throw it to the wall, and barely scrape by your own Thermite and hardcore. That'll put you in critical health. And just stim up, and I think it's like an automatic 90 health every time. Launcher popcorn, get 7 multi-kills using rocket launchers. Pretty simple stuff. Play hardcore, hardpoint, or core, hardpoint, and headquarters. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. This whole entire time where I've been saying hardcore hardpoint, I meant to say hardcore headquarters. There's no, for some god unknown reason, there's no hardcore headquarters. Fuck, hardpoint, fuck. You know what I mean. 7 multi-kills, super easy stuff, guys, come on. Speed long shots, this kind of passive. It was passive for me because I'm just really good at long shots. What I do is I put a sniper scope on my Renetti, and I just get, because the thing is with pistols is that they have a ridiculously short range for long shots. Like in shipment, you can get long shots on that map with pistols. That's how short the range is. So don't worry about it. Just use pistols. You'll be completing this in no time. Flash grenade, blind 5 enemies using flash grenades, super passive, pretty easy. Under 25 kills using 5 attachments, and most people run 5 attachments, so you'll be able to do this pretty quickly. 5 kills without dying twice. This does count with kill streaks, I think. I did this perfectly fine with, if you're a really good player like I am, you know, I'm really cocky if you haven't guessed, but if you're a really good player like I am, you'll be able to get 5 kill streaks without an issue if you play, like, sort of passively. I like to rush around though, so that's just my thing. Just play the game normally and try to get as many kills as you can without dying. Sliding, 3 kills while sliding, super easy stuff. Just slide. Just make sure, like, if you're sliding, you can't press the button that you slid again with, you know, like circle or B or the mouse button that stop sliding with, or I'm sorry, keyboard button. If you stop, it will not count as a sliding, so you gotta just keep going with the momentum. Molotov Kills, super easy. Just grab shrapnel and what's that other that one perk that allows you to restock. Yeah, restock. So grab shrapnel, restock, throw it at everything you see. 75 kills with Battle Harden. I love Battle Harden. I keep Battle Harden all the time, so I did this one without even realizing. This is a passive one. Precision airstrike. This is a 5 kill streak, so this goes in combination with the bloodthirsty. Just get 5 kills without dying, and you'll have the precision airstrike. I think it's 5. It could be 4. Could be 4 actually. I don't know. 20 kills with Proxy Mines. This is actually a little challenging, but it's something you'll get. Try and put two. If you're scared of people having EOD and you're not playing hardcore, put two together, and as soon as both of those go up, they're gonna die immediately. Like there's just no chance of them surviving 2 mines. Or just play hardcore and put them in two different spots where there's a lot of high traffic on, and like really discreet corners. And once they go off, they should kill a player no matter what. You get 10 point blank kills. Super easy. Just get up close and personal to someone, try and run dead silence, and just blast them away. High alert, 25 kills using high alert. Pretty simple stuff. High alert perk. Boom, done. Easy. Get 20 kills with a frag grenade. Pretty simple stuff. Again, just chuck one out. Boom, you got it. Shrapnel and restock are probably going to be your best friends on this one. Just a heads up. Try to cook a grenade too, if you can. Cooking a grenade against a corner camper is so effective. On hardcore at least. Core, not so much. Thermite, kill 10 kills using thermites. Throw it at anything. Hardcore has a super generous kill ratio when it comes to thermites. Throw it at any general direction of someone and they will die immediately from the initial blast. 2 triple kills, 3 rapid kills, super easy. Go to any part of the map where it's like narrow as fuck and just spray it down if you think there's like at least more than just one player there. You should get like at least a triple. But it'll happen passively. Like, look, it even says 1,500 XP. That's the shortest amount you get for an easy challenge. The hardest is 1,200. So just keep that in mind. Destroy 25 pieces of any. This is not hard per se, but it's very RNG based. It's strategic. Reason why is not a lot of people, run with Claymores or proximity mines when I'm looking for it. But the thing that does count are trophy systems. If you play a game mode where a lot of people put down trophy systems, this will count if you blow it up. Warzone does have a lot of trophy systems in there too if you're having issues in core. But I mean, in just regular multiplayer, I recommend multiplayer though with all these challenges except the Warzone ones, obviously. Use the deployable cover 10 times, super easy. Deployable cover takes like 5 seconds. Well, not 5 seconds, but it takes really quick, like super quickly to fill up your bar. Slam it down and move on. 5 kills with Claymores. If y'all remember my last video, kills with Claymores is so fucking annoying and PTSD oriented for me, so I'm glad they reduced it from 20 to 5. Stack up Claymores and blow them up, man. People will die instantly. Put them in high traffic areas and hardcore or core. Game modes of suggestion, dude, man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Domination, headquarters, and hardpoint are gonna be the best game modes for any of these challenges. Long game modes with a lot of players running around, super effective. 15 kills with C4s. There's been a lot of people using C4s recently, and I fucking hate it. I don't know about you guys, but I fucking hate when people throw C4s at me around the corner. This is gonna be your moment if you're like me. You're gonna have fun with this one, and you're gonna make everybody else's lives miserable. Run shrapnel and restock. Spotter. Equip, actually, about this one too. You might want to run restock and amped instead, because throwing a C4 takes a while. Just a heads up. Spotter. Equip a spotter and destroy enemy kill streaks, equipments, and vehicles. Kill streaks are going to be pretty easy, honestly. So grab a weapon with FMJ and a rocket, and any kill streak you see, just start spraying at it with your weapon. For some reason in this game, FMJ is like a god, and kill streaks will go down like not even half a clip with some weapons. Get 10 kills without dying 2 times. This is actually very... For some reason, this challenge is labeled only for 1500 XP, and I find that ridiculous. Not a lot of players are really good at getting 10 kills without dying, and that amount of XP is just a fucking slap to the face. Man, what kind of game would I suggest? Oh, wait a minute. Hardpoint, headquarters, and Dom. Who would have guessed? Use a chopper gunner if you get... Well, I mean, you're going to get a chopper gunner if you get 10 kills. But, yeah, just... Man, play it slow, strategically, mindful. Keep aware of surroundings. Throw a flashbang at every corner if you're really fucking terrible. Just whatever you gotta do, man. Just survive, man. You got this, bro. 10 kills without dying. A little challenging, but you'll get it, man. I promise. 20 headshots using SMGs. Pretty simple stuff. If you have fire like I do, you'll get this without even noticing. Dude, everybody crouches around, man. This shit's fucking annoying. 10 kills without while crouching. Super easy. Stopping fire upgrade 7 times. Just keep in mind if you're playing hardcore, where you hear that noise, because that's your only alert that you've got that perk, and this takes hours to get. So the moment you hear it, you put it on immediately. Get 125 kills. We're using a weapon with 4 attachments. This is passive, just like the other ones, but strategic as well if you're not very good at having one less attachment. Run over 100 enemies using vehicles. Ground war works perfectly with this. So grab like an SUV, slap a trophy system on it if you can, and just run people over. It's fun. It's just fun. Double kills. Everybody knows how to get a double kill. Super easy stuff. 2 people next to each other. Bam, bam, done. Hardcore will probably be a lot better than core, but it's your choice at the end of the day. 20 kills using Smgs. Shrapnel and restock, and just chuck it at everything where you think there's an enemy. Since Semtexes have a low explosive yield but a very high, like, they stick to surfaces, I would chuck it at a wall as close as possible just to scare the fucker out of it. Long shots, pistols are perfect with this, so I recommend using a pistol. LMGs are super easy to get, 25 kills with, so just spray at everything and you'll eventually get a kill. Passive, another headshot challenge, super passive, 30 headshot kills. You won't even notice this one. Headshots are super easy to get in this game. Get 3 kills without dying 10 times. That seems scary, but it's not that bad. Just get 3 kills. It doesn't have to be consecutive like a triple. Just 3. 3 in general, and you'll be good to go. Calling 5 kill streaks in a match 2 times. This is where, hold on, I'm going to leave the screen real quick. This is where I'm going to show you guys what I use. I use personal radar, counter UAV or care package, and these. See, I fucking knew it was 5 kills. So yeah, use these and call it in as much as possible with this perk right here. Why am I going down all the way? With this one right here, Hardline. Back to these missions. Where was I? Where was I? There it is. Okay, remote. Yeah, so pretty easy stuff. Stun grenades, stun 15 enemies using stun grenades. Equip a stun, chuck it at everywhere you think there's an enemy. Use restock as well. Restock is the reason why I say restock is because I lived for a very long time when playing games like this, so I like to just have it remotely come back to me eventually. So I just anytime I get it back. 75 kills using cold-blooded. This actually this shocked me. 75 kills is cold-blooded? Come on, that's fucking easy. Killer, get 30 kills, kill 30 enemies. Doesn't have to be in the same match. It's not consecutive. It's just 30 enemies. Passive. This is another passive mission. 50 kills with a pistol. If you've been doing the challenges beforehand with pistols, thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. You won't regret listening to me. But yeah, this is another easy passive challenge. Use the Renetti. I like the Renetti a lot. But you can use any other pistol you want. 1911. I just like the way the Renetti feels. The cluster strike 7 times. Easy. 5 kills. Bam, bam, bam. Shouldn't take you that long. Throwing knife kills. If you have issues with this challenge, I recommend using a riot shield. As painful as that sounds coming out of my mouth, I have to unfortunately recommend a riot shield on core. It's the only way if you're not good at using throwing knives. Just get up close to someone, then chuck it as soon as they're about to turn their back on you or if they're reloading. 20 headshots using your secondary weapon. This is where I use pistols for this in hardcore. For some reason, I use pistols in hardcore with this one. I don't know why. You can use whatever gun you want, but for some reason I was using pistols, and this took me a lot longer than I expected because I'm just really, like, I don't know. I like using pistols, and headshots aren't that hard for me to get, but for some reason this one took me a while. You can run overkill, and use whatever gun you want, but for some reason my dumbass decided to use a pistol again. At this point, I was getting sick of pistols. I know, like 5 seconds ago, I was just praising you for listening to me about using pistols, but man, sometimes those things can be fucking annoying. 10 kill shots using LMGs. Bruin. Use the Bruin. Well, pre-patch Bruin. This is the pre-patch version of the game. 50 days into the season. No, I'm sorry, not 50 days. I'm sorry. Rank resets in 50 days. That's what I meant to say. 25 kills with 1 attachment. Passive as fuck. Super easy. 30 kills using lethal equipment, passive fuck, use your C4. if you're not using C4s, you can always use frag grenade, just whatever equipment you want, honestly. Now that in hindsight, I probably would have used a Thermite a lot more than a C4, just because Thermites in hardcore are just a lot more effective. Oh, either amped or shrapnel. Speedster hipfire, get 2 hipfire kills within 60 seconds of each other 7 times. So I recommend using an SMG for this one, but you can also use a pistol with like a really good hipfire class, or you can use the Kimbo pistols, whatever suits your fancy. It shouldn't be that difficult for you to complete. 15 ADS kills, don't even look at me, you know what to do with that one. There it is again, just in case you didn't see it. 25 kills while injured. Hardcore, Thermites, chuck it at the wall, run by it super quickly, not to the point, not too close, because you're going to kill yourself if you do it too close, but like just barely skimming it. You'll be injured and you'll be able to kill people in one match with this. Super easy, if you're good enough to do it. Right. Longer game modes would be a lot more preferable. Sniper headshots, get 10 headshots using sniper or marksman rifles. This is, again, just another pretty easy challenge if you use the right weapon and if you're good with it. I use the SKS because it's awesome. I love the SKS when it comes to sniping. I know, it sounds weird. I actually use a AX50 a lot. I'm actually having hey, you guys. I'm gonna have another video coming up soon about me hitting a 12v12 search, just me quick scoping with my friends. It's gonna be great. Self-promotion out the way, heading back to this video. Fury Killer, get 2 Fury kills, 4 rapid kills. So, yeah, these are 4 consecutive kills, which means you do kind of have to get a quad feed. You don't have to get a quad feed, but you do have to kill 4 players. Kill streaks are recommended for this one if you're not good with just killing players in general. But, you know, like a care package, I guess, if you're not good at getting kill streaks either. Vehicle destroyer. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's the same thing I thought. Destroy 25 vehicles. Yes, it sounds weird, but you can destroy VTOLs. You can destroy chopper gunners. You can destroy AC-130s, UAVs, personal UAVs, and just cars in Warzone and in Ground War. These do count. And the Cerberus too. I forget what it's called, but it's that little robot that runs around. And tanks and APCs count as well, just vehicles. 15 hipfire kills with your secondary, so like an MP7 would probably be a really good choice, or dual wield pistols with the 5 MW laser on. Get 5 lethal equipment kills while using the shrapnel perk. Yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. Just get 5 kills with like a grenade or like a thermite, and you'll be able to kill people. Pretty simple with this. 5 headshots kills with our long shots. This is where I use the pistol. Again, guys, pistols just have a very short, long range, and it's great. These don't have to be completed in these can be completed in any match. You don't have to do it consecutively in one match or anything, which is great. Tune up, deploy your field upgrade 25 times. Like I always run Dead Silence because it fills up the meter really quickly, and it's just a thing I always use when it comes to flanking people. And the last but not least, popcorn. Kill 2 or more enemies with a single piece of lethal equipment 3 times. C4 would probably be the best option right now, because you put it down, sometimes you get more than just 1 kill with it. You can use a grenade if you want. You can use Thermite and hardcore. Yeah, that's it. And there you guys go. Season 5 officer progression missions. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me. My voice hurts. I don't feel well right now, and I'm finally here. I'm sorry I couldn't get the Season 4 one out in time, but you know, I hope this makes up for it. And unlike last time, I'll show you guys what the emblem looks like. This is it right here. I think it looks dope. You know, compared to like the other season emblems, I think this looks great, personally. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys around, man. Thanks so much for watching.